So, just scrolling through before I go to bed, and one of the friends I've made on this app was asking, is there ever a good reason to roll a 1? Can't answer that precisely, but I have a good story that's related to that. It's not my story directly, and I'm going off of memory from the person who told me the story. The story is the legend of Zop. So, my friend, when I was way younger, so we're talking 30 years ago, yes, I'm old, told me of, when he used to play D&D or D&D-like game. We're talking in the early days. We're talking, he was telling me, late 70s, early 80s. So we're talking the old days. Now, rolling ones. When you build a character in D&D, you roll for stats on that character. This is where the ones come into play. Dexterity and all charm and whatever. I haven't played D&D in a couple of years again, so it's all fuzzy. But there's let's say there's 15 things you roll for. And back then, being the earlier days, let's say it was only 10 or whatever. Well, first off, I may have this in the wrong order, but he rolled for the name. And whatever, I don't know if it was pneumatic numbers they converted to letters or whatever. But how the story goes is he rolled an X, an O, and a P. Zop was born. And then rolling all the stats. Every last one of them was a 1. But, kind of like golf, play where it lands. And my friend was I want to say college at the time. And like I said, I may have some of the facts distorted, but I have some of the key points, at least based on the reality of what I was told. So he would play this character. And when he'd play his character, he would take a lot of risks because, let the character end and have the character unalive and, make a new character, a better character. I guess rolling ones was only at the beginning because every time it came towards his character's end, he would roll a perfect 20 or a save throw or whatever. So we're talking extreme things, just kind of putting in modern perspective, a Smurf versus Godzilla. The Smurf, who's a 1-1, is in a epic battle, rolls a 20. So, time passes. Say 5 years, which when I was younger sounded like a lot more time than it does now, young people. He stopped playing that character after many years of playing it or whatever. But then they got a module or something like that a friend of his was involved in writing, or a friend of a friend, or someone who knew a friend of his. And in this modular story, whatever, it was a different time, people, but this is close to accurate as I can recall. He said that he was slightly disturbed, honored, proud, confused when his character's up. In this story, it became what's that character is called when they're built into the video games now, but this was D&D and stuff. has become it was either demigod or god. To which he had realized that he had rolled all ones and created a paradox-like creature, that no matter what, it was going to roll ones unless you wanted it to go away. And at that point, this creature, became indestructible, the luckiest thing alive. And he created this legend who apparently, when he did research, went through like legends and a little bit of the game of telephone, as people would retell the story of Zop. From what I recall, him telling me that Zop would continue to succeed when he should fail. And basically just became this super deity purely over in the beginning and probably throughout, except for when it mattered, rolling like ones. So there's a overtold story from a very old memory of a story that a friend told me once of his D&D character and rolling ones. And this is aimed for one friend, but if anyone else enjoys or has that you know what I encourage? If you have a story similar, or have you ever heard of Zop or the Legend of Zop, leave a comment. Till next time, everybody stay awesome. And it's like 5 in the morning. I really should get some sleep because I gotta get up around noon. So till next time, everyone stay awesome.